You've seen a diamond, right? We all have. We think of it as the symbol of, well, of forever, something that lasts. But what if I told you its real story is way, way older, more epic than you could possibly imagine? Today, it's like we're about to unlock a secret diary, one that's literally written in stone.
Yeah, we see these gems and we immediately think timeless. I mean, that famous slogan, right? A diamond is forever. It's become the ultimate symbol of something that just endures. A perfect little piece of crystal that feels like it's outside of time itself.
But let's pause on that for a sec. When we say forever, what are we really talking about? What's the actual time scale here? I mean, how long has that shiny rock on a ring actually been around? Get ready because the answer, well, it's going to completely change how you look at them.
Okay, so get this. Most diamonds, they're older than the dinosaurs. And I don't mean just a little bit older. We're talking older by a margin that's almost impossible to wrap your head around. In fact, let's go even further back. A lot of diamonds are older than the first complex animals to ever appear in our oceans. They were already ancient relics before things like trilobites were even a thing.
And here's the real kicker. This is the part that blows my mind. Some diamonds were formed on an Earth so alien, so different from ours, that there wasn't even any breathable oxygen in the atmosphere yet. Can you even imagine?
So you're probably asking, how on earth do we know all this? Well, it's because a diamond isn't just a pretty gemstone. It's a time capsule, and we've got the map to read it. This incredible line that's like Earth's secret diary.
All right, let's dive in. What you're looking at here is amazing. It connects two epic stories into one. Down on the bottom, you've got the entire history of planet Earth, starting way back at its formation 4.5 billion years ago. And then, up top, you can see when specific, famous groups of diamonds were actually born. This is going to be our map for this journey through deep time.
Okay, so let's tackle that first big claim I made. The dinosaurs. Everybody knows the dinosaurs, right? So let's use them as our first point of reference. And this just shows it perfectly. When this guy, the T-Rex, was roaming the planet, these diamonds from a place called Jaeger's Fontaine were already ancient artifacts. They'd been sitting deep inside the Earth's mantle for hundreds of millions of years before a T-Rex ever took its first step. So the key thing here is the order of events. Check this out. First, the diamonds form, way back. Then, a long time later, the supercontinent starts to break apart and the Atlantic Ocean begins to open up. And only after all that do the dinosaurs finally meet their end. These diamonds were already ancient history before the asteroid even hit.
All right, let's keep going, pushing even further back. We're now at a time called the Cambrian Explosion. This was a huge, pivotal moment for life on our planet. And right around then, deep, deep below the surface, the legendary pink Argyle diamonds were being created under insane heat and pressure.
So this Cambrian explosion, it was just this wild burst of creativity from evolution. It's the moment life went from being really simple to suddenly becoming complex, filling the oceans with all these new creatures, like this little guy, the trilobite. And while all of that was happening up on the surface, the Earth's mantle was busy making some of its most famous jewels.
Okay. Now we get to something really interesting. See this point on the timeline, the Great Oxygen Event. This is, and I'm not exaggerating, one of the most important moments in Earth's history. It's when tiny little life forms started pumping out so much oxygen that they literally changed the entire planet's atmosphere. They terraformed our world, making it possible for you, me, and every animal we know to exist. And that brings us to a fact that is just staggering. The famous Kimberley diamonds, the ones from South Africa, they were formed before this happened. They were born on an alien planet, an Earth without the very air we need to breathe. Seriously, just try to picture it for a second. A world with a hazy, reddish sky, maybe rust-colored oceans, a place completely hostile to life as we know it. That is the world that created these diamonds. It's a totally mind-bending thought, isn't it? But believe it or not, we can go even further back. The oldest diamonds shown here, from mines in Canada called Ekati and Diavik, they're over 3 billion years old.
They formed before even simple single-celled life really got a foothold on the planet. I mean, they are genuinely among the oldest things you could ever possibly touch. So, what's the takeaway from all of this? What does it all mean? It completely changes what a diamond is. It's not just a beautiful object anymore. It's a messenger from a lost world, a world we can never ever visit.
So a diamond? It's not just a stone. It's a real, physical piece of deep time. You're holding a time capsule from an ancient Earth that's long gone. It carries the story of our planet's very formation, all that intense pressure, that incredible heat, and billions with a B, billions of years just waiting deep underground.
It really makes you look at everything differently, doesn't it? The ground under your feet, the rocks you see on a hike, the mountains in the distance, they all have these ancient, epic stories to tell, if we just know how to listen. So it kind of leaves you with one last question to think about. What story is your world telling you?